evening, everyone. It's 79 degrees. That was my opportunity to turn, and now all the traffic is coming. Damn it. Well, I have some bad news. I think I killed my tree. My little it's not magnolia. What is it? Gardenia. There you go. Gardenia tree. I think I killed it. I think it wasn't potted correctly. My son had put it in, and then I took it out because I wanted to put a stick on it because it was leaning forward, kind of like the way I walk. And so I was like, let me tie it to a stick, right? So it could be up straight, like stand up straight. Gardenia, that was her name too. And now she kind of like split in the middle. I don't know if I did that or if that was the wind, but I feel really bad now. I can't keep a plant alive for the life of me. I'm just that lazy. I'm being honest. I'm that lazy. Like, I don't like to water plants every day and talk to them and move their dirt around and stuff. Like, hopefully, I'll try to figure out how to save this one though. I will. So, what I wanted to say is, excuse me, here I am coughing and clearing my throat at the same time. Allergies. It's really windy today. But anyhow, I had posted that I was gonna close this channel out, delete it, and start a new channel, which I did. And I really haven't gone over there. I haven't posted anything over there yet. But let me tell you the main reason why. The main reason is because I follow this one channel that everybody knows me by this name already, My Moon Diaries, and everybody is super nice. It's a Patriot channel, by the way, and I really like it. The mods are very quick on their feet, or their hands. That kind of sounds weird to say it like that, but the mods are really nice, and there's no BS. There's no time for BS in there. They see you doing that, you're out. And even the creator will tell them, like, get that person out of here, I really like it there. I chat every now and then, but it's like the flow is so good, the vibe in there is just so good. And when it ends, I'm like, oh man. And he only comes out on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays in the mornings, and then that's it. He does post, or rather uploads every now and then, but they're already pre-recorded, and it's not the same. I mean, the chat's still going, the flow's good, but I get more when he's live, and then he has a co-host also that helps him out. So, and his co-host has been recently added. So anyhow, that is the main reason I haven't gotten rid of it, because I'm like, if I go to the other channel and delete this one, then nobody's gonna know who I am anymore. They're gonna be like, who's this person? Get her out of here, But I do follow the group in Discord, and I really like their Discord too. They have different servers, and one of them is for praying. So in case you need a prayer, you can put your prayer request in there, and people will pray for you. And that's something that I want to do on my Discord as well. And I have never done it because I've been too involved in other things that I shouldn't be involved in, right? But, after much thinking, I was like, why am I why am I doing all this? Like, I started a new Instagram. I started a new X account. All because of, I don't want to go into detail, but all because of something that happened, and I looked at it as not me running away and hiding, but moving on and not having anything to do with that situation anymore. However, after thinking about it, I was just like, you know what? It does feel kind of like I'm running away. You know, like I'm trying to hide from this situation that just happened. And I'm like, why? Why? Because nobody else is. Like, why do I feel I should have to, you know? And I'm trying to be as nice about this as possible and not give too much away, because I don't want to, like, have that situation brought up to me again. So, all I'm going to say is that I'm not for everybody, and that's okay, because not everybody is for everybody. And what I do over here, let me tell you, I had 234 subs, and that's since I started uploading. And then 3 of them left. I think it was 3 that left, or maybe 4. And I'm okay with it. Like, I'm not keeping count, you know. On the other channel, I have 0 subs. And I'm like, awesome. This is cool. No subs. Like, I don't have to meet anybody's expectations. And I think that's what a YouTube channel should be about. If you're starting one, or if you already have one, I think you need to realize that you're just not going to meet everyone's expectations. You're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, and that is okay. And there's no need to get mad about it. There's no need to start over. And as a YouTube watcher or viewer of other channels, I've seen many of them do videos in their car. Many. I don't show my face, because as it is, again, look what just happened to me that made me feel like I needed to just delete my channel. So imagine if I had shown my face, how it would be plastered all over YouTube, and that would be so humiliating to me. But other people do. They do recordings, and they don't even go live all the time. They record in their car. So there's nothing wrong with recording in your car. This one channel that I follow, she records in her car and in her bathroom until she started getting comments from certain people. You know, those people that are just so unhappy with their life. They need to go and voice their opinion, because I'm so unhappy. So I'm going to go and tell you that I hate you recording in your bathroom. You know, and she's like, I like it in here. I like that it's private in here and all. And I'm like, I like her bathroom. I don't have a problem with her recording in her bathroom all the time. Like, the only problem that I have with it is that it's hard for me to, like, keep track of what she's talking about, because I'm imagining myself in her bathroom, because I love her bathroom. She's got a big old tub behind her and all, and I'm like, oh, I can imagine being there, you know, and after, you know, exercising and coming home and going to take a bath or a shower, getting ready in there, you know. Like, that's what I imagine. And then I'm like, oh, what is she talking about? Who, what? There was a troll in the chat, what? You know? And then I'm like, Moon, pay attention. But other than that, I have no problem with it. you know, and I follow her on X also, and I follow her husband as well. He mainly does videos at his dining room table. So where you want to do your videos, it's up to you. And I don't think there's anything wrong where you do them and what you want to talk about either. I feel like if you want, there's a certain subject that you want to talk about, something from your past that you want to talk about, I feel like that's okay. If anyone doesn't want to listen to it, they can always unsubscribe. They can click away, like, oh, she's talking about something sad, I don't want to hear it, click away. Or here she is going on a rant about something that happened to her. And you know, things happen to everybody. You know, you go somewhere, you get bad service. And the videos that I would do about that, I would laugh about it. Like when I made the one about the cranky cashier. You know, like, okay, I laughed about it. I wasn't bashing that cashier. I wasn't tearing her apart. I wasn't tearing anybody else apart. You know? I talked about it because, like, I don't have a best friend, so I can't talk to call her up and say, oh, look, girlfriend, you know what happened to me? Da-da-da-da-da. You know, otherwise I would. My husband doesn't have time to listen to me about it. He's busy driving. He has to keep focused on the road. By the time he comes to a stop, listen, he drives 12 hours a day. By the time he comes to a stop, he's ready to go to bed. He wants to eat his supper and go to bed. And I have to respect that about him. I'm not going to be like, oh no, husband, you need to listen to my day now. And he don't want to hear his wife complaining. You know, he wants to know that everything's good. I'm good. The family is good. You know, the cat's doing good. Everything's good. I'm not the type of wife that brings him my problems. So, and I know a lot of people are like that. So you go, okay, where can I have an outlet? Okay, you know what? I have a channel. Let me talk about it. Let me laugh about it. Let me see if anybody else has experienced this. That's all it is. And looking back at my channel, I haven't bashed anybody that I followed. I was bashing my landlady. I was bashing, like I said, cranky cashier, you know, things that are, to me, or rather, situations that aren't really that important, and you should just take them with a grain of salt. But if you're sensitive to that, then yeah, I would suggest and recommend that you not follow me. I'm not going to get hurt by it. And that's for anybody out there, you know, like, the last thing I want to do is make you feel a certain way, you know, and there's so many channels to follow out there that maybe would be a better fit for you to follow and not affect you the way I do. I don't have any power over anybody to be able, I shouldn't have any power over anybody to affect them in any way. You know, other than when I talk about God, you know, and I deleted those videos too. Which I feel really bad about. I don't have copies of those videos or anything, but that's alright because we can start all over again. This Sunday is Resurrection Sunday, and guess what? We're going to start over. Thank you, Jesus. You know, like, but there's going to be times that I have bad days, you all. Like, there's going to be times that I'm going to get on here and I'm going to talk about it. You know, I'm going to be like, oh, I went to CVS and the cashier, like, she wouldn't give me my coupon or whatever. You know, she didn't give me $4 off. What's up with that? You know, like, whatever. What? I don't know. I just made that up. But, you know, whatever it is that I'm going to talk about, it is my channel and I can talk about what I want to talk about. And I can do it wherever I like. I can do it in my living room, my bedroom, my car, anywhere. I could, you know what? I haven't even done one in the bathroom, but just for that, I think I'm going to do one in the bathroom. But yeah, nobody has the right to tell you that it's stupid that you record in your car or in your bathroom or your closet. You know what? I even had a video where I did one in my closet at the old apartment. I was going through something and I was crying in the closet, and I finally stopped crying and I talked about it. I talked about the situation that I was going through at that time. And you know, that's where I chose to do it. That's all I can say. That's where I chose to do it. But yeah, I mean, that's basically what I wanted to say, is that moving forward, I may record here, I may upload on the other channel, but I can tell you this much: I'm not going to talk about anybody on YouTube, anybody specific anymore. I don't want anything to do with that. What happened in my situation made me reflect on myself. I'm not blaming anyone else, but it made me think, like, is this all worth it? Like, I don't know anybody personally on YouTube. I don't talk to them on a daily basis. You know, I tried my best to befriend some people. I tried to fit in. It didn't work. And that's okay also. It wasn't meant to be. And that's another thing that I learned. That God protects you. And even though you want it to work so badly, and He's like, no, and pulling you away from it, and is allowing things to happen in your life to get you to wake up. You know, it's this way of shaking you, like, wake up, you know. This isn't good for you. It's not good for your mental health, and it's not good for you physically. And let's face it, a lot of people, that's another thing, a lot of people have mental health issues that are online. And that's not something to make fun of. And it's definitely not something you throw in somebody's face. I think it's more of, you should respect it. And if it's affecting you in some type of way, then maybe you need help as well. Nobody should get to you that badly. Nobody should make you react really badly towards anyone. And it's different when you're close to somebody, but if you're not close to that person, you've never met that person, you never spent any time with that person, then no, it shouldn't affect you. But again, I want to say that mental health isn't a thing to joke about. You don't know what the other person's been through, what they're still going through, and you also don't know if they're getting help. I've spoken before about me going to counseling. And I think I finally found another one. I have a call to make tomorrow, because the other counselor that I had, She's been on maternity leave since December. I don't think girlfriend's coming back anytime soon. I really don't. I think she's like maybe decided to be a stay-at-home mom, and more power to her. But meantime, I gotta find somebody else, you know, and I think I found another person. We'll see tomorrow. But anyhow, mental health is serious, and mental health is also not an excuse to behave badly. And so I'm holding myself accountable there. If I behaved badly, I hold myself accountable. But I'm not going to make the excuse of, oh, well, I have these issues going on. I'm grieving my mother, the loss of my mother. I was diagnosed with something already, which I'm not going to mention because, like I said, that's private. I'm not going to have people throw that in my face. I also suffer from anxiety and some depression. And however, that does not give me the excuse to make fun of somebody else's mental health. Not that I did, by the way. I have never made fun of anyone's mental health. But that doesn't make the excuse for me to make fun of somebody else's mental health or make fun of anybody else and then say, oh, no, you can't hold me accountable. I have this card that says I have mental issues. You know, like, no. And I've even spoken about a certain incident with my landlady where she started to yell all these discriminatory remarks at me that weren't even true, but she was like, oh, you're bipolar, you're schizophrenic, you're psycho, you're, what was the other one? I forgot. Mentally ill, and all this other stuff. And that's exactly how she was saying it. And looking at her saying all these things to me, I'm like, wow, so you think I have all these things, but yet look at the way you're acting. Like, lady, if I had a mirror right now, I would show you what all those things are. You're all of those things wrapped into one, you know. But this is what I'm saying. That's an example. Is like, you don't yell things like that to somebody and then expect not to get a reaction. And you also don't go tell somebody to get help when you don't even know for sure if they're already getting help or not. Maybe she's getting help. I doubt it, but you know, maybe she's getting help and it's just not working. Maybe she needs to find another counselor, you know, somebody that'll fit her better needs, you know. But just like I'm admitting, I'm looking for another counselor too, you know. But anyway, I've already said too much, and I wasn't speaking about any particular person or situation, okay? Other than me and my landlady, you know, that I had before. I don't have her anymore. But that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say. And as far as my channel, I hate to say this too, but if you start coming at me, leaving awful remarks or comments on my videos, I will block you. If you come at me at any other social media platforms, like my Instagram, my X, I just won't accept your messages. And I'm doing this to protect myself and my mental health. So with that said, good night, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.